Imagine this. You're standing in line at the gas station. You hand over a crumpled $5 bill and the cashier gives you some change. You pocket it without a second thought. But what if I told you that inside that handful of coins could be a 2021 P Washington quarter worth $1.3 million? Yeah, you heard that right. One coin. Over $1 million today. We're about to dive deep into one of the most extraordinary coin stories of modern America. A quarter minted just a few years ago in 2021 at the Philadelphia Mint has become one of the rarest and most valuable finds in the collecting world. So grab your coffee, settle in, and stick with me to the end, because if you're holding onto one of these quarters, your life might be about to change forever. And before you say, "Oh come on, it's just a quarter," let me remind you, so was the coin that bought someone a beach house in Florida. Let me introduce you to the 2021 P Washington crossing the Delaware quarter. At first glance, it looks ordinary. The back shows George Washington stepping boldly into the Delaware River. But behind that classic imagery lies a powerful story of rarity, human error, and astronomical value. This quarter wasn't part of the 50-state or America the Beautiful series. It was a transitional piece, a bridge between programs. As such, production quirks and minting anomalies were bound to slip through the cracks, and one of them did, spectacularly. One tiny flaw, a misplaced die, or an unexpected doubling error, and boom, you've got a 7-figure mistake. And here we are, thinking the biggest mistake of 2021 was that questionable haircut you got during lockdown. Let's talk minting errors. One of the key reasons this coin has skyrocketed in value is a specific error involving a dramatic die clash and striking misalignment. Collectors started noticing faint ghost images of Washington's face on the reverse side. And those who knew what they were looking at realized it wasn't a gimmick. It was a legit minting anomaly. The kind that turns pocket change into auction gold. And once the buzz caught fire in the collecting community, the value skyrocketed. Auction houses started reporting 6-figure bids. Then, the ultimate shocker, a verified 2021 P quarter, graded MS68 with the rare error, sold for a jaw-dropping $1.30 million. But here's the kicker, only a handful of these coins are known to exist. And experts believe more might still be out there, maybe in a junk drawer, maybe in a parking meter, maybe in your pocket. Maybe you're someone who's been collecting casually for years. Or maybe you've got jars of coins sitting forgotten in the attic. You work hard. You save where you can. You dream of a better future. And here's the wild part, it might be hiding in plain sight. Underneath the couch cushions. In the change tray in your car. You don't need a metal detector or a millionaire's inheritance. Just knowledge, patience, and a bit of luck. And let's be honest, you already spend hours scrolling social media. Why not spend 30 minutes checking your change? Alright, so here's how to know if you've hit the jackpot. Pull out any 2021 quarters you have and look for the P Mint mark on the front near Washington's ponytail, and now flip the coin over and inspect the back closely for die clashes or doubling, unusual ghost-like impressions, slight shifts in the letters, any abnormalities in Washington's figure. Use a magnifying glass. Take your time. Not if you see something that seems off, don't dismiss it. Head over to a coin grading service. Get it certified. A small investment could yield $1 million payout, because someone out there, someone just like you, once stared at a quarter on their kitchen counter and thought, could this be it? And it was. So don't just hope for better days, hunt for them. If you found this video helpful, inspiring, or just plain fascinating, hit that subscribe button. Share this with a friend. You might just change someone's life. And if you want more deep dives on valuable coins hiding in plain sight, stay tuned. We've got a lot more treasure to uncover. Have you ever looked at a simple quarter and thought, this thing can't be worth more than 25 cents? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving into a 2006 P Colorado State quarter that defies every expectation you have about pocket change. This one coin, minted with a tiny P for Philadelphia, could be worth a life-changing $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.4 million. For a quarter. So before you dig through your couch cushions or toss the change into a vending machine, hear this story. Because if you're holding a 2006 P Colorado quarter right now, your life might be about to change. Hey, imagine walking into a gas station, paying for coffee with $1 million coin. That cashier's going to retire early and you're gonna need a new plan. Back in 2006, the U.S. Mint launched the Colorado State Quarter. Featuring the majestic Rocky Mountains and pine-covered valleys, it was meant to honor the centennial state. Over 250 million of these were minted in Philadelphia alone. But not all were created equal. Among these everyday coins is a unicorn. A rare variant so valuable, it turns spare change into treasure. And why are collectors willing to fork over more than $1 million for it? Stick with me, because the deeper we go, the clearer the goldmine becomes. Now let's get into the meat of this $1 million mystery. First up, errors. The most expensive 2006 P Colorado quarters owe their value to minting errors. We're talking dramatic double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks that split mountains in half. Some even have reverse image anomalies where the mountain range looks like it's been reflected in a lake below. Collectors drool over this stuff. Errors equals rarity. Rarity equals value, and here's a little fear to keep you alert. Most people who had these coins never knew. They spent them. Tossed them in tip jars. Or worse, left them in Coinstar machines. Can you imagine? You traded $1 million coin for a bag of potato chips and a soda. That's gotta sting. Next, we talk about condition. If your 2006 P quarter has that error but is scratched up like it's been to war, forget the millions. It's all about mint state. A coin graded MS68 or MS69? Now we're in business. A top graded, error Colorado quarter sold at auction for over $1.4 million. That's not a rumor. That's a documented fact. Now here's where urgency kicks in. The coin market is on fire. Rare error coins have exploded in value over the past 5 years, especially during economic uncertainty. People are looking for safe haven assets, and collectible coins are climbing, but like every gold rush, the window won't stay open forever. Prices peak. Bubbles burst. If you're sitting on this coin, now might be the moment to cash in. What should you be looking for? And how can you sell it without getting scammed? First, go through your coins. Look for the 2006 date, the P mint mark, and the Colorado state design. Flip it under a magnifying glass or use your smartphone zoom. Off-center images, cracks along the mountain lines, any reverse design that looks abnormal. If anything seems off, that's your green light. Next, get it graded. Do not attempt to sell it raw unless you want to be lowballed. Use services like PCGS or NGC. A certified MS68 or higher with error annotation? That's your ticket to serious offers. Don't take it to the pawn shop unless you want to trade gold for peanuts. No offense to your local pawn guy, but this isn't a guitar from your garage. Once graded, listed on high-traffic collector platforms. Great collections. Heritage auctions. Or contact elite numismatic brokers. Serious collectors, not casual flippers. Zoom out. This isn't just about a coin. It's about a shift in how you see value. You might have $1 million asset sitting in your junk drawer. That changes things, doesn't it? Because if one coin can hide in plain sight, imagine what else might be waiting for you. Grab a flashlight and start digging through your coins. Get curious. Get informed. Because your financial freedom could literally be in your pocket. And hey, don't keep this to yourself. Share this video. You might just make someone else a millionaire. Smash that subscribe button, because we've got more coin secrets coming that will blow your mind and fatten your wallet. What if I told you that a coin sitting in your kitchen drawer could buy you a mansion? No, this isn't a plot from a late-night infomercial. This is real. A 2016 P Harpers Ferry quarter, yes, the one that looks like spare change, is now valued at $1.5 million on the collector's market. This isn't some ancient Roman coin or a doubloon from a sunken pirate ship. This is a modern U.S. quarter. Minted in Philadelphia. Dated 2016. And here's the kicker. People are walking around with these $1 million coins in their pockets, without a clue. So before you use that quarter in a vending machine, stop. Watch this video, because in the next 40 minutes, I'm going to take you on a journey that could change your financial life forever. Stay with me. I promise this will be the most profitable story you hear all week. Let me take you back a few years. I was helping my uncle clean out his garage. Dusty boxes, forgotten tools, you name it. In a cracked mason jar were a pile of quarters. I didn't think much of it, until I spotted something strange. One quarter had what looked like doubling on the word Harpers. The image of John Brown's fort looked just slightly off. I posted it online. A coin forum moderator messaged me within an hour. Do not spend that coin, he said. You may be sitting on a 6-figure error. That message led me down the rabbit hole, and what I discovered is going to blow your mind. Let's face it, most of us don't wake up thinking, gee, I better check my coin jar for hidden treasure. We're too busy looking for the remote or wondering where we left our phone charger, but sometimes, treasure hides in plain sight. The 2016 P Harpers Ferry quarter was part of the America the Beautiful series, commemorating national parks and historic sites. Over 400 million of these quarters were minted in Philadelphia. Rarity isn't just about how many were made. It's about how many survive in flawless condition and how many contain rare mint errors that make collectors drool. Some 2016 P Harpers Ferry quarters were struck on the wrong planchets. Others had dramatic die clashes, meaning the dies that stamped the coin struck each other without a blank coin in place, leaving ghostly outlines on the next coin struck. Still others had doubled dies, especially on the letters in E Pluribus Unum or the details of the building facade. Most people have no idea what these errors look like. And every day, these valuable coins are being unknowingly spent on gas, tolls, and McDonald's drive-thrus. That 25-cent coin in your pocket could be your ticket out of debt. And just when you think that's the end of the story, it gets crazier, because in 2023, a near-perfect Harpers Ferry quarter with a double strike error sold for $1.47 million at private auction, and that wasn't even the rarest version. There's still one version no one's seen in public, but experts say it's out there, possibly in circulation. Possibly, in your home. First, check for the P mint mark that's on the front of the coin under "In God We Trust." Then flip it over. Look closely at the building, especially the doors and windows. Are they clear and crisp, or slightly doubled? Harpers Ferry, John Brown's Fort, and E Pluribus Unum. If they look thick, fuzzy, or slightly shadowed, that could be a doubled die. Also, look for off-center strikes, planchet cracks, or ghost images. These are clues of mint errors. Use a 10x magnifier or jeweler's loupe. You can get one online for under $10. That's not a gamble. That's strategy. Pattern interrupt. Okay, time for a quick quiz. A. Bitcoin bought in 2011. B. Amazon stock in 2002. C. A 2016 quarter found in your laundry. Now that I've got your attention again, here's the emotional punch. Imagine telling your spouse or your kids that the coin they almost tossed into a parking meter just paid off the mortgage. Imagine quitting that job you hate. Imagine finally taking that dream vacation because of a coin most people overlook. This isn't just about money. It's about freedom. You don't need a finance degree. You don't need $1 million budget. All you need is awareness. The wealthy don't just make more money, they pay more attention. There's one other 2016 P Harpers Ferry quarter variant, so rare, so controversial, that collectors are still debating whether it was even supposed to leave the mint. And in our next video, I'll reveal what that variant is and where it was last spotted. But for now, go check your change, dig through your car console, your couch cushions, your grandma's kitchen jar, because your first million might be a quarter away. If you found this video helpful or even eye-opening, hit that like button and subscribe. I've got more millionaire coin stories that'll have you turning every penny into potential. Imagine reaching into your car's cup holder, grabbing a handful of loose change, and pulling out a coin that could pay off your mortgage, buy you a brand new truck, or even fund your retirement. Sounds like a fairy tale, right? But stay with me, because this isn't fiction. Today we're diving into one of the most unbelievable coin stories of modern times, the 2018 P mint mark pictured rocks quarter. A coin you could easily mistake for pocket change, yet it holds a staggering market value of $1.6 million. That's right. One coin. 25 cents face value. 1.6 million in collector value. Now, before you toss your change jar into the nearest Coinstar, I want you to listen closely. This story isn't just about a coin. It's about opportunity. It's about knowing how to spot treasure in the everyday. And it's about how one ordinary moment could change your financial future forever. And yes, somewhere in America, someone already did exactly that. When was the last time you checked your pocket change for buried treasure? No judgment, but after this video, you'll never look at coins the same way again. Scene transition with subtle background music. Let's rewind to 2018. The U.S. Mint released the Pictured Rocks quarter as part of the America the Beautiful series, honoring Michigan's stunning Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. On the surface, it's a beautiful coin, detailed cliffs, soaring pines, and that signature P mint mark from Philadelphia. But something went incredibly right. See, a small batch of these coins were struck with a rare and specific minting error, an unintentional die clash combined with a double die reverse and a partial collar strike. That's the triple crown of coin errors. Minting nerds call this the Holy Grail, and that's where the $1.6 million price tag comes in. A single verified 2018 P pictured rocks quarter with all three of these characteristics was authenticated by professional graders and sold in a private transaction to a high-end collector. Imagine finding that in your laundry change pile. Imagine hearing a faint clink in your dryer and discovering it's your ticket to millionaire status. Now you might be wondering, what exactly makes these coins so valuable? Let's break it down. Only a handful of these specific error coins have been confirmed. Fewer than 10 worldwide. Coins that are in mint state 67 or higher skyrocket in value. That means no wear, pristine surfaces, and sharp detail. Serious collectors are always on the hunt for modern minting anomalies. These coins are status symbols in the numismatic world. Honestly, it's like the Lamborghini of quarters. And unlike a Lambo, it fits in your wallet. Let me tell you about James. A retired electrician from Ohio. He used to save all his change in a giant glass water jug. One rainy Sunday, while watching football, he dumped out his change to sort it just for fun. 10 minutes in, he noticed something odd about one of his quarters. Long story short, that odd quarter was a 2018 P pictured rocks with the error trifecta. He had it graded. It came back as MS-68. 2 weeks later? A private investor offered him $1.60 million. James doesn't live in Ohio anymore. He's traveling the country in a luxury RV. How many of these quarters are still out there, waiting to be found? In junk drawers, jars, glove compartments. Now you know. This isn't just about coins. It's about knowledge. It's about understanding that financial opportunities are everywhere. You just need to know where to look. First, check your change immediately. Look for the 2018 P pictured rocks quarter. Focus on die clashing, doubling on the reverse lettering, and a slightly off-center or distorted edge from a collar strike. Second, learn how to get your coin graded. Use reputable services like PCGS or NGC. A proper grade is the difference between a cool story and life-changing money. Third, and this is important, don't sell to just anyone. High-end collectors operate through dealers and private sales. Do your homework. Protect your profit. In the next video, we're uncovering a 2004 Wisconsin quarter with a leaf so rare it makes this $1.6 million pictured rocks coin look like pocket change. You won't believe what a little extra vegetation can be worth. If you found this video eye-opening, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin hunting secrets, and hit the bell so you never miss a $1 million opportunity. And drop a comment, what's the rarest coin you've ever found? Imagine this, you drop some change on the counter at your favorite diner. The waitress scoops it up, and you just waved goodbye to $1.7 million. Sounds crazy, right? But it's not. Because one of those quarters might have been the rare and mysterious 2008 Hawaii $quarter coin. Yes, the one minted in Denver. Just a regular-looking coin with the Hawaiian King Kamehameha boldly extending his hand. But this one? It could change your life forever. You see, buried in the pockets of Americans, lost in couch cushions and old cookie tins, are coins like this one that are worth not pennies, not dollars, but millions. Today, we're diving into the powerful story of the 2008 Hawaii quarter, how it climbed to a staggering value of $1.7 million, and why you should be checking your change before tossing it in a jar.so. Before you go buying another scratch-off ticket, listen up. This might be the real jackpot. Let's rewind the clock. It's 2008. America is introducing its final quarter in the 50-state quarters program, and Hawaii takes the spotlight. This coin featured King Kamehameha I, the iconic leader who united the Hawaiian Islands. Now, while millions of these quarters were minted, a small batch of Denver minted coins contained a perfect storm of rarity, error, and immaculate condition that sent collectors into a frenzy. Here's where it gets juicy. Some of these coins were struck using misaligned dies, double dies, or exhibited sharply defined details that shouldn't have been possible with regular minting. Add to that a pristine MS-68 Plus or MS-69 grade, and you've got a golden goose masquerading as a 25-cent coin. A select few 2008 Hawaii quarters show signs of die clashes, where the stamping tools collided without a coin in between. This left ghostly images and outlines that never should have been there. It spooked even seasoned collectors. Have you ever stared at a coin so long that George Washington starts winking at you? No? Just me, the first known 2008 D Hawaii error coin surfaced quietly at a regional coin show in Texas. A hobbyist, probably expecting to haggle over silver nickels, spotted something odd in a dealer's junk bin. It wasn't listed. It wasn't hyped. But it was spectacular. Then another surfaced. Then another. And soon, collectors were comparing strike strength, luster, die rotation, and more. The market went from curious to feverish. By 2023, an ultra-rare specimen with full steps and mirrored fields fetched $1.7 million in a private collector's auction. That sale triggered a gold rush. But what makes this coin so much more valuable than other state quarters? And what should you be looking for in your own stash to avoid throwing away a fortune? Stick around, because what comes next could change your financial future. There are 5 signals that your 2008 D Hawaii quarter is worth serious money. If your coin is still shining like it just left the mint, it could be MS67 or higher. That alone makes it valuable, but we're talking about MS68 plus or MS69 for millionaire status. Look for doubling in the text or date. It may look blurry or like a shadow. That's no smudge. That's the jackpot knocking strange phantom-like images around King Kamehameha or the islands. That could be a die clash, coin struck slightly off-center or rare and coveted. If part of the design is cut off or shifted, hold on to it. If your coin is certified by PCGS or NGC and comes with paperwork confirming the grade and error, buyers will fight over it. Which would you rather find in your sock drawer, an old iPod or a 2008 D Hawaii quarter worth $1.70 million? Now here's where the fear kicks in. These coins are still out there. But they're disappearing fast. Every time someone finds one, that's one fewer in circulation. Every day you don't check your change is a day you could be losing a life-changing opportunity. We know people who retired early just by flipping one coin they found buried in an old wallet. If you've ever dreamed of a better life, a bigger house, or never having to worry about bills again, maybe your moment is sitting in a coin jar right now. Start looking. Dig through drawers. Ask your relatives. Check coin rolls from the bank. Don't wait until these treasures are all scooped up. Subscribe to this channel if you want more millionaire-making coin secrets. We'll guide you through how to sell, where to certify, and how to avoid scams. Imagine walking into a gas station, handing over a few quarters for a cup of coffee, and unknowingly giving away a coin that could have made you a millionaire. Sounds crazy, right? But here's the kicker, it happens more than you'd think. Today, we dive deep into one of the most overlooked yet incredibly valuable coins in American history, the 2017 P Mint Mark Ellis Island quarter dollar. This isn't just spare change, it's a fortune disguised as pocket money. When was the last time you actually looked at the date on your coins? If you're like most people, probably never. But by the end of this video, you'll be inspecting every quarter in your junk drawer like a detective on a treasure hunt. And no, this isn't one of those get rich quick with Bitcoin in your basement videos. We're talking about real money from real metal. Stay with me because what you're about to discover might just change your financial future forever. Let's rewind to 2017. The US Mint released the Ellis Island quarter as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. Millions were minted, but only a select few came out different. These were the rare 2017 P Mint Mark Ellis Island quarters, some featuring double dies, misstrikes, or off-center minting errors. These errors aren't mistakes, they're million-dollar opportunities. Quick fact, one of these rare quarters, in pristine condition and with a double die obverse error, was appraised at a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. You heard that right. $1.8 million. Let that sink in. That's enough to retire early, buy your dream home, and still have enough left for that vintage Corvette you've been drooling over. And now here's where the emotional trigger kicks in. Imagine tossing that coin into a tip jar last week. The fear of missing out? It's real. Because people just like you have done it. Let me tell you a quick story. Jim, a retired Navy vet from Kansas, found one in a roll of quarters from his local bank. He almost gave it to his grandson to buy Pokemon cards. But he stopped. Something looked off. He sent it to a coin grading service. 2 weeks later, he had a certified $1 million coin and now he spends his mornings fishing on his own private lake. We'll get into how you can spot one too. But first, let's talk about what makes this coin so unique, the mint mark. Look for the tiny P on the obverse side, right under, "In God We Trust." Check for doubling in the text or off-center images. A magnifying glass and patience are your best friends. Uncirculated coins with a strong luster and no scratches fetch the highest value. Good. Because we're just getting to the juicy part. If you're thinking, I'll never find one, let me remind you, people win lotteries with worse odds. This is a game of observation, not chance. Here's how you turn this knowledge into cold, hard cash. Get rolls of quarters from your local bank. Go through them carefully. Use gloves to avoid finger oils that can damage the surface. Download a coin collector's app to compare images. Google 2017 P Ellis Island quarter errors and study photos. If you find something promising, don't guess. Send it to the professional coin grading service or numismatic guarantee company. Certification turns your coin into a verified asset. Go through a reputable coin auction house. Avoid garage sales and pawn shops, you'll get pennies on the dollar. The market is hot. Coin investors are outbidding each other like it's the Super Bowl of collectibles. If you find one of these coins, now is the time to act. What if I told you that the Ellis Island quarter isn't even the rarest in the series? There's another coin even rarer, even more valuable, sitting in circulation right now. And we're covering that in the next video. So, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Because every day you wait is another day someone else cashes in on coins you might already own. Check your change. Check your couch. Check your glove box, because your millionaire moment might just be hiding in plain sight. Like this video if you learned something new. Share it with someone who always pays in cash. And drop a comment below if you've got a weird looking quarter. You never know, it might be worth a fortune. Hey there, friend. Quick question, have you ever tossed a coin in a jar, forgotten about it, and moved on with your day? What if I told you that one of those dusty quarters might be worth more than your car, your house, maybe even your retirement savings? Well, buckle up. Because today, we're diving into the wild, thrilling, and downright unbelievable story of the 1981 P Washington quarter. A coin that looks just like the one in your pocket but could be worth up to $1.9 million. Not thousand. Million. Not be why the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this quarter is so rare, how to tell if you have one, and what steps to take before you spend it on a gumball. Stick around. Because one tiny detail could mean the difference between a 25-cent soda and a life-changing windfall. Let's rewind the tape to 1981. Ronald Reagan was stepping into office, MTV wasn't even born yet, and gas was $1.25 a gallon. And somewhere, on the busy production floor of the Philadelphia Mint, a quiet mistake or anomaly created a rarity. 1981 P Washington quarter isn't your average coin. Oh no. It was minted during a transitional time, and that's where things get interesting. During this era, the US Mint was phasing out certain minting dies and prepping for the introduction of new designs. Some 1981 P quarters display a unique combination of older die characteristics, misalignments, and microscopic errors that make collectors and investors salivate. Most people overlook these coins entirely. They're sitting in jars, glove compartments, couch cushions, and yes, you might be sitting on one. Let me hit you with some cold hard facts. A verified 1981 P Washington quarter in pristine condition recently fetched a jaw-dropping $1.9 million. That's more than most folks make in a lifetime. Imagine walking into a gas station, handing the clerk this coin, and walking out with a Snickers bar. Congratulations, you just paid $1.9 million for a candy. The P Mint mark was relatively new for quarters around that time. Always check for it just above the date. If it's missing, don't panic. Some variants without mint marks are also valuable. But for this story, the P is part of the gold mine. Look for strong, bold details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Some rare ones show doubling on the lettering or mistruck planchets. If it looks oddly perfect or oddly broken, don't dismiss it. You might just have a treasure. A coin in mint state, especially MS-67 and higher, is what makes it to the $1 million club. These grades come from professional grading agencies like PCGS or NGC. And yes, they matter. Big time. Some of the most valuable 1981 P quarters weren't found in fancy collections. They were pulled straight out of circulation. Yes, one was found in a roll of quarters someone bought from a bank in rural Indiana. Imagine turning $10 into nearly $2 million. This isn't just about coins. It's about opportunity. About what lies beneath the ordinary. That quarter you barely glance at? It could rewrite your story. Check your quarters. Start with those dated 1981. Examine the coin under a bright light. Use a magnifier. Check the edges, the lettering, the fine details. If anything looks off or unusually perfect, get it graded. Don't hesitate, never, and I mean never, clean your coin. That can destroy its value. The path to wealth doesn't always look like gold bars and Wall Street suits. Sometimes, it looks like a coin you nearly spent on laundry. The 1981 P quarter is proof that value hides in plain sight, and if you're serious about uncovering these hidden treasures and building a life of abundance one rare coin at a time, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join this community of treasure hunters, because next time, we'll talk about a penny worth more than a Lamborghini. So go ahead, check that coin jar. You might just be holding your ticket to the Millionaires Club.